All right, boys and girls, today we're going to be going over a review of division of fractions. So it's called one dividing fractions. So grab a piece of paper and grab a marker or a pen and let's practice together. So we're going to figure out, so today we're going to review whole number by a unit fraction. So here is your question. 3 divided by 1/4. Now, before we get into it, we're going to look at our question right here. So 3 represents how many you have. So how many I have. I have 3, okay? And then the 1/4 is how many in each group. So we're taking this 3 and we're dividing it by 4ths. So you're going to go, so if we were to write this as you're going to write it like this, 3 divided by 1/4. So let's go ahead and show a couple different ways of how that would look like. Okay, so step 1 is we're going to use a number line. A number line is pretty simple. You just got to just draw a straight line. Oops. And these arrows represent infinity, going forever. So we have 0, 1, and let's try to make it even. So 0, 1, look like it's a little more there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So let's have our marker. So it'll be 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the way you know is what numbers you're going to use is you look at your quotient. Look at how many you have. We have how many? 3. So we're only going to bother with this side of the number line. We're going to start at 0 and go to 4. And we're going to go by 4ths. So we can take the first 2 and let's count by 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's make our 4ths. We got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and the 1 is going to be 4/4. Remember, any number over itself is always going to be 1. So we got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. And we just continue on down until we get to 3. Okay? So let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We stop here because we have 3. So we can go 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, 8/4, 9/4, 10/4, 11/4, 12/4. Or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So you're going to divide each whole number into fourths, because this is our divisor. We're taking your quotient and you're dividing it by 1/4. So let's go ahead and label the parts of our division problem. So we have our divisor. This is our dividend. And we're trying to find the answer, which is going to be your quotient. So find quotient. So we know that we have our dividend is 3. Our divisor is 1/4. So divide each whole number into 4. So we're taking that divisor, dividing every whole number by 1/4. Okay. Let's see if I can zoom a little more. And if you notice, I kept the fractions as improper. I didn't simplify because 12 divided by 4 equals 3. So if this was going to be how you use it, so how many fourths are in 3 whole? Well, you know the answer is going to be 12. There's 12 whole numbers. There's 12 fourths. Sorry, there's 12 1/4 in 3. So let's go look at a model. That was number line. And let's solve with the model. So solve with a model. And I like using models. It makes it a little more quicker sometimes than a number line, but it's your choice. That's why we do this. So let's go ahead and look at solve with the model. All right, so our question still is 3 divided by 1/4. So let's make 3 whole blocks. I'm gonna just I'm gonna go ahead and draw 3. 1, 2, and they don't gotta be perfect because you know it represents 3. So we all can agree that these are 3 parts, or 3 holes. Okay, we have 3 holes here, and we're going to divide them into fourths. So, question still is, how many fourths are in 3 holes? That's still the same question. So now let's go ahead and make each of the holes into fourths. So you can do it however you want to do it. I like to use a bar. So 1, 2. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we still get 12. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As long as you have drawn 4 equal parts, it's fine. Okay, so now we're going to get to the next step, which is the standard algorithm or procedural, as we call it in the math rule. So we're going to go 3 divide by 1/4. So we're going to use the keep, flip, multiply. Okay, so we're going to keep part 3. That's your keep. And we're going to flip the 1/4, so it's 4 over 1. And then we're going to multiply. And as you remember how to multiply fractions, is you multiply across. So 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times 1 is 1. And then we just drop that 1. Then we get 12. So we just went over 3 different ways to multiply a whole number with a fraction. So we went over how to multiply dividing whole numbers by unit fraction. So how many do we have? We have 3. And how many is in each group? 1/4. And we use a number line. And we took every whole number and we divide by 4s. And then 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. And then we just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we kept every whole number as a 4th. That's the key is 1/4. And how many 1/4 we have? We have 12. Okay. We drew a model. We have 1, 2, 3. 3 holes, and every one of them we cut into 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many 4s we have? We have 12. We have 12 pieces. And then we use our keep, flip, multiply. We're going to keep our dividend. We're going to flip our divisor, and we're going to multiply. And now what I want you to do is think of a scenario where you can make a question. So, for example, you could say, I have 3 pizzas, and we're going to cut the pizza into 4s. How many slices are there? So I can see 3 pizzas here. There's 3 pizzas, square pizzas, and we'll divide by 4. So how many slices are there? Well, there's 12, okay. So what's another way you can ask that question? Okay. You know, I want you to come up with some questions. So the main thing is you got to recognize you got 3 holes, you know, and you cut them into pieces. So obviously you're going to have greater number. So if you cut it into fourths, you're going to have more than 3. So the answer is going to be 12. Okay. So come up with some questions. You know, how would this look like in the scenario? I mean, I use the pizza analogy. You know, you got 3 pizzas, cut into fourths. How many slices are there total? There's 12, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and look at a different fraction problem. I want you to go ahead and review on animate math, and I want you to work out a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so I want you to work out this problem. 6 divided by a third. Okay, so you can use a number line, you use a model, or you can use the keep, flip, multiply. Okay, so 6 divided by 1/3. So go and try that one out, and then send me an email or use Flipgrid, and tell me, and then show me how you got it. Okay.